She may look like salvation, gentle, affectionate, innocent, but that's not what she is. And Schopenhauer warned us long before anyone dared to say it out loud. What you think is love might be the most dangerous illusion nature ever created. Think about it. Have you ever met a woman who made you feel like the center of the universe? Like she saw something in you no one else did? And then just when you needed her the most, she changed. Cold, distant, unreachable. You blamed yourself. You thought you did something wrong. But what if it was never about you at all? Schopenhauer believed love wasn't romantic. It was biological warfare, not with bullets or bombs, but with feelings, fantasies, and false promises. He saw that women aren't soft, emotional creatures by design. They're survival machines, carefully crafted by nature to attract, extract, and adapt. Not because they're evil, but because they have to be. Nature didn't give women strength to fight lions or build kingdoms. It gave them something far more powerful, the ability to influence your instincts, your desire, your dreams, even your identity. And once she has access to those, she has access to you. That warm smile, it's a signal. That soft voice, a strategy. That perfect timing when she showed you love just when you needed it most, that's not luck, that's evolutionary design. And unless you see it for what it is, you'll keep falling, harder every time. Schopenhauer exposed the brutal truth. Love, as we know it, is a trap, not the flowers and poetry they sell you, but a system created by nature to pull men into service of something they can't even see. Reproduction, survival, control. And here's the part most men refuse to accept. She doesn't even know she's doing it. She's not plotting in the shadows. This isn't a game she plays for fun, it's instinct. Deeper than logic, older than language. It's the reason she adores you when you're strong and disappears the moment you show weakness. You want to believe she loves your soul, your heart, your loyalty, but she doesn't. She loves what you can give her: protection, status, power, and the moment that slips, so does her affection. This is the trap, not because she's the enemy, but because you never saw her nature. You saw the fantasy, the illusion, the bait. Schopenhauer wasn't bitter. He was awake. He knew that any man who doesn't understand what's behind her smile is already lost. You can fall in love, you can trust, you can dream. But if you do it blind, you will pay the price, and by the time you realize it, she'll be gone. If you don't wake up to this truth, you'll spend your life chasing ghosts. You'll keep trying to win love from someone who's not even there anymore. You'll give more, try harder, be nicer, and none of it will matter, because she's not judging your effort. She's judging your usefulness. Let me say that again. She is not judging your love. She is measuring your utility, what you can do, what you provide, what you protect. This is what Schopenhauer called nature's trap. Because men love emotionally, but women choose strategically. And if you don't know that, you'll fall into the same cycle again and again. You'll think she left because you weren't romantic enough, because you weren't sensitive enough, because you didn't text back fast enough. But that's not why she left. She left because your value dropped in her eyes, and she didn't even realize it herself. Modern culture will never tell you this. Schools won't say it. Therapists won't touch it. But Schopenhauer did, and he paid the price. He was hated for saying what every man secretly knows but is too afraid to admit. You are not loved unconditionally. You are loved as long as you're useful. Still don't believe it? Think about when you were winning in life. Money flowing, confidence high, ambition on fire. She was right there. Sweet, supportive, proud. But the moment you lost your job, failed your goals, got vulnerable, something changed. She didn't say it out loud, but she pulled back. She started acting cold, distant, quiet, and you thought it was you. You thought you were going crazy. You weren't. That was nature's contract being torn. You lost your role. You lost your frame. And she couldn't stay attracted to what she didn't respect. This isn't cruelty. This is instinct. Survival. Schopenhauer said, "The fundamental fault of the female character is that it has no sense of justice." Harsh? Maybe. But what he meant was this: women are not built to care about fairness. They are built to adapt. And if your downfall makes her feel unsafe, she will leave. That's not personal, that's biological. She doesn't even know why she does it. Just like you don't choose to be attracted to youth and beauty, she doesn't choose to recoil from weakness. It's built in, programmed, hardwired, and if you don't understand that, her behavior will feel like betrayal, but it's not. It's selection. Here's what's worse. The more emotionally honest you are, the more likely you are to be punished for it. Not because honesty is bad, but because in her mind, vulnerability equals risk. You're no longer the rock. You've become the weight, the burden, and she starts looking for an exit. So while you think you're building trust by opening up, she's quietly losing attraction. Not because she hates you, but because she's following the same script her biology gave her thousands of years ago. You can call it unfair. You can call it toxic, you can call it whatever you want, but if you ignore it, it will keep destroying you. You will keep giving your soul to women who are only wired to take what they need, then move on. Schopenhauer didn't say this to scare you. He said it to wake you up, so that the next time you hear, "I just don't feel the same anymore," you'll finally understand why. You need to understand something most men never figure out. She's not just reacting to you, she's testing you. Every silent treatment, every pullback, every moment she withholds affection, it's not random. It's a signal, a challenge, a question that her words will never ask, but her actions always will. Can you handle me? Can you lead me? Can you survive me? This is what Schopenhauer called the brutal design of nature. Not only does she select, she filters. She provokes to see what you'll do. And if you collapse, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, she knows exactly what you are. Weak. And nature does not reward weakness. You thought her love was a promise. It wasn't. It was a trial period. She admired you when you were confident, focused, driven. But the moment you started bending, apologizing for being a man, hiding your ambition to keep her comfortable, the attraction died. You didn't feel it right away, but she did. Because whether she admits it or not, her instincts are always watching. Schopenhauer saw this pattern clearly. Women are not guided by logic or fairness. They are guided by results. They don't ask, "Is he good?" They ask, "Is he strong?" And strength isn't just physical, it's emotional, psychological, spiritual. It's your ability to stay calm when she's in chaos, to hold your frame when she tries to shake it, to lead, even when she resists. And here's the terrifying part. The more she likes you, the harder she'll test you. Not because she wants to break you, but because she needs to know if you can't be broken. And if you can, if you crumble under her emotional storms, if you beg, plead, or become needy, moan, you fail the test. And she doesn't even have to explain why. She just disconnects. Coldly, quietly, permanently. You'll hear it in phrases like, "You've changed, I need space." It's not you, it's me. But it was you. It was your failure to stay grounded when she brought the storm. And the worst part? You didn't even know the test was happening. Schopenhauer called this the curse of the modern man. He enters the battlefield without knowing there's a war. While you were trying to be a good man, she was unconsciously trying to see if you were strong enough to protect her from herself, from her chaos, from her emotional storms. And when you weren't, she left. You were shocked. You thought, "But I loved her. I gave her everything." And that was the problem. You gave too much. You bent. You broke. You became soft to win her approval and lost her respect, because no woman wants to lead a man, even the ones who say they do. What they truly want is a man so anchored in himself that nothing she says or does can move him off course. Schopenhauer called this the man who has conquered his will. He is rare. He is calm. He is unmoved by flattery or rejection. And because of that, women cannot control him. And that is exactly why they desire him. If you take one thing from this, let it be this. She will test your strength over and over. Not because she's evil, but because she needs to feel safe. And safety doesn't come from comfort. It comes from power. The kind of power that doesn't shout, doesn't chase, doesn't fold. Just is. Until you become that man, you'll keep failing her tests and blaming her for leaving. But she didn't leave because you were too loving. She left because you weren't strong enough to lead. Most men hear these truths and get angry. They feel betrayed. They want to fight back, to blame women, to call love a lie. But that's not what Schopenhauer taught. He wasn't telling you to hate women. He was telling you to master yourself. Because once you understand the game, you don't need to play it emotionally. You stop chasing love. You stop begging for attention. You stop folding every time she pulls away. Why? Because you finally see her nature, and now you can choose how to respond. That's the weapon. Awareness. You don't become dangerous by being loud or aggressive. You become dangerous when nothing controls you. Not her beauty, not her approval, not your own desire. That's what makes a man unshakable. And that's what she can't resist. Schopenhauer believed the only way to escape the trap of female nature was to detach from the illusion, to stop believing that love would complete you, to stop thinking a woman's affection was proof of your worth. Because it's not. Your worth isn't found in her eyes. It's found in your discipline, in your ability to walk away when your boundaries are crossed, in your silence when she tries to provoke you, in your focus when she tries to distract you. The man who can't be moved is the man she can't forget. That's why Schopenhauer said, a man can be himself only so long as he is alone. That doesn't mean you avoid women. It means you stop depending on them. You stop letting their approval define your actions. You stop turning them into gods. You want to know when a woman starts chasing you? When she realizes you don't need her. Not emotionally, not mentally, not spiritually. You enjoy her presence, yes, but your peace doesn't depend on it. She pulls away, you stay calm. She gives you attitude, you don't react. She tries to shake your frame, you don't move. Not because you're playing a game, but because you've done the work. You've trained your mind, you've tamed your emotions, you've learned how to lead yourself. And once you lead yourself, you'll never follow her again. That's what Schopenhauer wanted for men. Not weakness, not bitterness, but clarity. Clarity that cuts through the lies, the illusions, the pretty distractions that keep you stuck in a cycle of chasing love and losing yourself. The moment you stop trying to impress her and start trying to master your will, everything changes. She doesn't see a boy begging for affection. She sees a man who knows who he is. And that is what she's been searching for all along. Because here's the final truth. A woman will test you for one reason only, to find out if you're real, and if you are, she'll follow. Not because you forced her, not because you chased her, but because she finally found a man who can't be moved. So no, this message wasn't about blaming women. It was about freeing you. You're not here to orbit her. You're here to build something greater. A life that runs on purpose, not approval. A mission that doesn't pause when she doubts you. A soul so stable that storms become irrelevant. That's what Schopenhauer gave you. A mirror, a warning, and a weapon. Now, it's your choice. Keep chasing the illusion, or become the kind of man she can't afford to lose.